I get my notifications.
I'm on live.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. Sorry, so full house again. Girl, how are we all doing? Praise be to the Most High. Amen. Jehovah, we praise you. We bless your name. And to that auntie that was at Marvin Winans church, you a dummy if you still there. You a dummy if you still in that man's church. I would have took my $1,000 and my nephew and got up on got my grandson and got up on. Letting them talk to you like that. You better leave that man's church. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy letting them pastors talk to you like that. The devil is a The devil is a liar. Yeah. Victory is mine. You better walk out of that church and don't come back.
Immediately. But the people who are watching it don't know what you are talking about.
The Star family, we black in here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She a dummy if she stayed. A high-key dummy. How are we doing, Star fam? We haven't done a Bravo chat in a minute, child. So get your snacks ready because we're going to be here for a minute. Also, I just realized I do not have the pics for Potomac. So let me get that together. They're going to look better next one. Here's the thing. I was not going to review Potomac because it just got good. It just got good. The girls were giving nothing. It just got good. I also think that Bravo is currently still editing the season because I told Auntie, I said, Auntie, Lenithia Cowan, pick up the cameras now because whatever you have for this season, I do not care. I want to see what's going on at the Happy Scammers home. I want to know what's going on with Karen.
Not Lenithia, Andy Lenithia.
Since she was locked up, they won't let her out. They did let her out. She was locked up. I want to know what's going on with her. I don't care about none of this stuff. I do not care. But it just got good. So we're going to talk a little bit about Tomac. And then we are, I'll let you guys choose. Who we're going to talk about first? Because I know it's late for my East Coast baddies. So my East Coast baddies, you choose. You let me know what we're going to talk about first. Are we going to talk about Potomac? Are we going to talk about the LC? Or are we going to talk about the Miami reunions? Let your girl know. I'm hopping the comments so you guys can let me know what you would like to talk about first. You know what? the British Nigerian princess, I wasn't really feeling her, but she's starting to grow on me. I think it's that Black American family. she wasn't really for her, and it's probably because I'm scarred from NECA. But I'm warming up to her. I'm warming up to her. I even thought her little American accent was funny. I'm warming up to her. But you guys, let me know what y'all want to talk about first, and we will get into it. This is my East Coast baddies. Those are the only ones I can choose right now because I know it's real late for them. And I know y'all got jobs and kids. Not everybody is working in the entertainment industry like me. Happily unemployed. Get the likes up. Please. I'm locked up. Why is this saying Salt Lake City? That's so weird. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the pictures, but they're all saying, oh, that's Kiki shared. Hold on. I'm like, why are they all saying, right? Oh my God. What is going on? I got me a Cadillac. There we go. Okay, so hop in the comments. Y'all let me know where we're starting with. Who are we starting with first? Oh, Kiki, you're not new here. Never reviewing that show. Never. Salt Lake. Y'all know I'm never reviewing that show. Absolutely. Wendy. Oh, Potomac. Okay, East Coast baddies. We are going to start with the Real Housewives of Potomac. Then we'll get into Miami, and then we will end with Orange County, because I feel like if you watch Orange County, like you are OG like me. I don't think a lot of y'all was like here in the beginning with Orange County. Like we were here when they all had their original faces. Like that one, Orange County, is for the OG. So we're going to start off with Potomac. Let me tell you something. They're finally bringing me in because, baby, I was bored. I was bored. When I fall asleep 3 times watching the episode, and it's the middle of the day. Come on. I kept on trying to watch it. The only episode that really caught my attention was the last episode. I'm going to start off real quick. Where is she at? Giselle. Her and Karen, perfect frenemies. I think I talk about it all the time. I absolutely love their relationship TV-wise, because no matter what goes on with them, I feel like these two are still going to make sure that they are the HBICs of the show, right? Like she will drag Karen, but she's not going to let them other girls get in the paint with that. You know what I mean? So I really like how she is still kind of holding space for Karen while she's locked up. I hope that we get to see her later in the season. I hope they scrap whatever they have planned, because I don't think that anything is more interesting than us seeing the Grand Dame get out of prison and us talking about Wendy and Eddie scamming. Oh, since we're talking about this, Wendy and Eddie scamming. I really hate when we're wrong and we try to make it a racism or targeting thing. Listen, there are a lot of Black people in America that are being targeted. You guys were sending emails about how to pad your insurance claim. Let's leave Black people and the plight of the justice system out of this. I don't like the narrative that you guys are starting to push. And I like y'all. Y'all the only couple I really rock with on this show. Please don't lose me. Don't lose me. So I'm basically just going to talk about episode 3, because the other 2 episodes I just did not care for. They weren't that interesting to me. So let's start off with the latest episode. Wait, did I put? Oh my God, I wrote the notes in the wrong section. Oh, sorry, y'all. I wrote the notes in the wrong section. This happened when I fell asleep. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, there we go. This is so off topic, but I just randomly thought of it. Ashley acts like she's a biracial with a white mom. Isn't that crazy to you? That's so crazy to me how she acts, because you all saw how she was just so happy that, Wendy and Eddie got locked up and was just like, we make melodies and not felonies. You make melodies, and the only reason why you don't make felonies is because Gollum got money and he white. You literally created life with a whole predator. Please stop it. Please stop it. It's such white mom biracial activities. It's jarring to me. Actually shocking. I can't believe how she acts. And I'm just like, I do not know what happened with her and Wendy. Because it's gagging me that she's like happy about this. I'm like, what did I miss? Were you and Wendy beefing? Like, I don't know where this is coming from and why she's so happy that this is happening to Wendy. Also, Ashley, whatever you're doing, stop. Stop. Because them pappy jeans is going to kick in and you're going to be in a world of trouble. Whatever you're doing, stop. Back to the episode. Oh, we also didn't talk about this. Ashley did not get 20 million, guys. Gollum's net worth is 20 million. She got a portion of whatever that was. She did not get 20 million. I saw so many reviewers that I respect saying, oh, Ashley got 20 million. I'm like, oh my God, why are we not doing our research and not reading? She didn't get 20 million. She got whatever portion of his net worth. That's what she got. She got something, but she did not get 20 million. Is this her? No, that's not her. We'll talk about her. I don't know what these pictures. Stacey's being bullied. Stacey's being bullied. I do not know. So I don't know why the ladies are making a big deal about if she was with TJ or not. Like, they all don't fake husbands. I also do not understand why they're making it such a big deal about her being back together with her husband. I don't know if they think that maybe she was faking the marriage for whatever reason, but I don't care. And because the audience doesn't care, it's looking like bullying because they will not let it go. And it adds on to the bullying when they constantly talk about how her breath stinks. I will say she's taking it like a champ, but it's just very weird how they are constantly picking on her. And I have to be honest with you, I feel like they're picking on the different Black girl, and I hate it. I think it's because like they other people so much. And that's what I was talking about. I think it was the season before last, where I was saying the actions that they are doing may not be colorism, right? But it's looking like that because you are constantly coming after you. All these light-skinned Black women are constantly coming after this dark-skinned Black woman, right? And here's the same situation happening with Stacey. And I'm just like, guys, when you all go after one person unwarranted, it never looks good for you. And your intent might just be, oh, we're just joking. When it's edited, it looks a certain way. When you are constantly coming after this lady, joking or not, she's not getting the joke. It's weird. Like, why are y'all so focused on her? Like, she has such a huge stake in the show. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's always the women on the show who do not have husbands, who don't even have a boyfriend or a sneaky link, who are constantly coming at women who have men in their lives. It's so weird that at your big age, you're jealous of another woman because she has a man. That's the prize. At your big age, a man is a prize. It's embarrassing. Like, I just do not get it. I'm like, leave the girl alone. She's not talking about y'all. She's not bothering y'all. Leave her. I hate when they do it. It looks so awful. And again, unfortunately for them, this season is dropping at a time where the Black community is on a whole different level, right? Like we are resting, but we're coming together as a community, fighting for each other. You know, it's a totally different situation right now. So we real sensitive. And it's unfortunate for them that this season, where they are just not, reflecting what's happening in the community and how the community is moving. So it just doesn't land well with how they're all acting. And I think, had it been a different time, had our president been that light-skinned biracial woman, we probably could stomach this season a little better. But with everything that's happening, it's not landing. It's not giving what it was supposed to have gave. But again, I don't care about Stacey's relationships. Like, I don't care if she was lying about TJ. I don't care if she's was lying about the husband or whatever, lying so he won't be on the show. I don't care. She's not polarizing enough for me to be like, oh yeah, let's get that tea. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hold weight. It doesn't move the season forward. Again, I will also say she's handling everything like a champ. She's just like, I don't know what TJ said, and I can't give any truth or deny it in any way because I don't know what he said. My only concern is me and Arabella. They can't shake her. That's why they don't like her. They cannot shake her. Oh, if my breath stinks, then I'll just take a mint. Like, she's not fazed by anything that they do. And they can't take, because they want to bully her. They want the different Black girl to feel ostracized and, bow at their feet. And she's just not doing it. And I love that for her. I hope that she continues to stand her ground. I didn't want to start here, but we have to get into it. It's giving Coke. It's giving Coke. Something going on, y'all. Something is going on. Has she always been like this? And did we overlook it because she was assaulted? Because I'm like, I don't remember Kiana being like this. But then again, I don't remember a lot of Kiana. Was she always like this? Something is off. Like, I am very concerned. The issue that she has with Wendy, I'm like, Kiana, listen, I would give you some grace if I understood what you were talking about. She's not, every time she tries to explain her issues with Wendy, she can never get it out. Because it sounds like it's nothing. And that's what I think it is. It's so weird how she just constantly have a problem with her. And Kiana said something in this episode. She said, I feel like Wendy is a TV friend to me. And I'm like, oh, so maybe that's what it is. You don't know the ropes, right? I think Kiana wanted to be friends with Wendy at work and in real life. I don't think she understood that her friendship with Wendy is a work relationship. You're work besties. Work besties don't hang out outside of the job. So at work, y'all are busting up and y'all having a good time. When work is over, you don't hear from her. But I don't think that you fully understood at all that you were work besties. I think you thought that you and her were just really good friends through and through, at work and outside of work. And if you wanted to be more, then you should express that to her. Instead of getting mad at Wendy that she is not the friend that you want her to be, when you never expressed that you wanted that kind of relationship with her. And I'm here with Wendy, because Wendy was just like, listen, I don't have the energy to give to a grown adult. She was just like, I don't have this energy to give that she wants me to give to her. Like, she wants me to give more to her than I want to give. And that is her right. At some point as adults, if you want a friendship, you have to work at it and you have to communicate that. Everybody got stuff going on. People got families. People got, high intense jobs. They don't have time to baby you and cater to you. They got kids they're raising. So you have to be more proactive about what you want and letting them know that, and overly communicating with this person so they can get it. We are not teenagers anymore. Like, we're not at high school 8 hours out of the day where we're like forced to deal with our issues, and we don't live in the same neighborhood anymore. So we're spending so much time together. So we're forced to make it work. We're filming a scene together. After that scene, I'm out. I'm going to go live my life. I don't know that you don't like me until you tell me. And then when I find out why you don't like me, I'm just like, oh, okay. So you weren't going to say anything, but you wanted me to read your mind. It's weird. I feel like Kiana is trying to make an issue with Wendy. And even Wendy brought that up. Wendy's like, you're always just trying to make an issue with me. And I don't understand. I don't understand either. I really, really don't. She seems very off this season. And it is very, 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 very concerning. Hold on. Let me go back to Stacy. I'm gonna break her off and bring her back down. Stacy, Arabella is the first biracial child that I've seen that looks like the white parent. She don't look nothing like Stacy. She looks like her father with a perm, the white kind of perm. She does not look like Stacy at all. I'm like, Stacy, you just carried that baby. That's it. You didn't do anything else. She looks just like that man, but she's also getting so big. Little Bow Bow is getting so big. Our baby is growing up. I was so on the fence with this lady. I think when I saw more of her family, I just really enjoyed it. I love the fact that she is this like a Nigerian British princess, and she is raising like this I wouldn't say middle class, but you know what I mean? Like they're the husband is clearly working class. These like this working class Black American family, and then it's her, the princess. I'm telling you guys, the scenes with her families had me in shambles. When she was trying to parent those two daughters, and she was like, "Hey, what's wrong? Speak to me, talk to me, let me know what it is. Like, I want to help. What is it?" And then the dad comes in, "What's going on?" I want to see this show. I want to see this sitcom. It was just so hilarious. So the two daughters are arguing about who's coming over. While they're arguing, she's trying to like, "Ladies, please, just, it's okay. We don't have to do this." The dad comes in frustrated. "Why aren't you talking? What's happening? What's going on?" While the little brother is bothering the sister, and she's like, "Get away from me." And the Nigerian British princess is just sitting there clenching her pearls. I love their dynamic. It is so hilarious to watch. Somebody, am I going to have to write it? I want to see that sitcom. That sitcom would eat on TV today. I want to see it. She's totally like a fish out of water with this family, and it's so funny to watch. So you won me over with that family. Because I will say, the way the show presented her, I was like, she about to come on here and be, pompous. And I don't feel like that. I do not feel like that. I also want to say this. It is very interesting. Because again, I'm watching this through the lenses of a Black American person, right? A Black American woman. And I say woman because it's important. It's so interesting to watch how the Nigerian girls interact on the show. Because I remember being gagged that Nneka and Wendy were like not going to be besties. I was like, oh my God, we got two Nigerian girls on the show. Yes. And they became mortal enemies. And it gags me, right? And so when Tina got on, I was just like, oh my God, please don't fight with Wendy. Like, I can't take it. Please don't fight with Wendy. But it's also so weird that they met each other and they were just like, oh, hey, how are you? And that was it. I mean, I know it's still really early, but I would just like, I'm looking through it as a lens because as a Black American, we are just raised to see anybody Black as family. Like we are instantly, we're one, right? And I'm just like, if I were a Black American woman, a Black American woman, if I'm going into a friend group and where I was the only one, and then a Black American woman is added into the friend group, me and her is instant cousins, instant besties. We don't talk about each other. We don't fight with each other amongst mixed company. All they know from the outside looking in is that we are besties. Now, outside of that, we might not be rocking with each other, but you will never know that. So it's always so weird that they were just like, hey, what's up? And that was it. I was waiting for Wendy to be like, girl, let me tell you. I don't know. It's just so like different. I will absolutely say that. It's just so different that they were just like, what's up? And that's it. It's not like you're not going to pull her to the side, Wendy, and like, hey, sister. You know what? She could be scarred from what happened last time. So that could be it. But it was just like, oh, that's it with y'all. Like, we're not going to invite each other over. We're not going to talk, have a culture. Okay. Very, 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 very interesting. But I'm liking Tina. I think she's a great addition. I love having a low stakes, familiar, hilarious Black woman on the show with her, you know, wealthy, funny, Huxtables kind of family. I like it because I feel like she is a mixture. Her family, Tina and her family are a mixture between the Huxtables and what was that show with Ted? The Bundys. Y'all know what show I'm talking about. Like, it's like a mixture of that. And I just love that. That's all I need for them to be. I don't need Tina getting into nothing. I don't need her fighting with anybody. I don't need her and Wendy doing the tribalisms. I just want her on the show like the way we saw her this episode. Just funny and, I couldn't believe it. You know, that and that beautiful, hilarious family. That needs to be her entire time on this show. That character should never get in the mud. I don't want her fighting. None of that. I want her to Tina, you are the Cynthia. You are the Cynthia of the Real Housewives of Potomac. You don't get into nothing. You're always the one trying to fix it. Oh, girls, can we come together? Oh, we're sisters. Let's not do this. That's it. That is your only job. You are the glue. You are the friend that wants everybody to work out. And that is the only time we see you getting into anything with the ladies, when you're trying to bring them together. Outside of that, we're following you and your family. That is it, Tina. And if you listen to me, my sister, you will have your own spinoff because you have a hilarious dynamic. I loved watching them. Just so fun. And just, a little interesting mix. I will say, out of all the like Black interracial couples, that African-American and Nigerian, y'all be getting, I've been seeing that mix a lot. Y'all be getting together. What a little hidden intercultural couple. Y'all just with no issues. I know that's right. I know that's right. Let's get into the freakness brunch. It's giving Coke. It's giving Coke. It's giving Coke. What's going on, guys? Something is off. Something is off. I will say this. I'm going to say it every time I see that woman. Kiana's mother, stunning. She a problem now. I know back in the day, she was a bigger problem. That lady is gorgeous. Can Andy switch her out? Maybe we can get Kiana's mother and just, make Kiana a friend of until she get the help she needs. Because something is off, y'all. Something is off. So here's where we're at. We're at this freakness brunch. It's something that they do in Maryland, DC, whatever, the tri-state, is that the tri-state? The DMV. It's something they do at the DMV with fascinators and horses. Is it like the multiracial Kentucky Derby? It's something. It's called the Peakness, Freakness, whatever, right? So Kiana is hosting the Freakness brunch. Her and Wendy sit down. She sits down with Wendy before the brunch to let her know that she's having something. And Wendy lets her know that she's also having something as well. Kiana sits down with Wendy and she's just like, before we get into all of this, I just want to know what kind of brunch are you having? And Wendy's just like, oh no, well, the mayor of the Freakness brunch, the mayor of the Freakness, she invited me and she wants me to, okay, so you got something. You are so special, Wendy. Yeah. Oh, okay. What is going on? I'm watching this like, Kiana, what's happening, sweetie? What's happening? You know what? I'm gonna leave because I don't even want to talk to you. No, we don't have to do this, Wendy. What are you? Of course, Wendy laughed because her behavior was so crazy. Like, Wendy literally does not want to beef with this lady, but this lady wants to beef with her. No, I thought that we were friends, but I'm just like, do you want to be her friend? Like, look at how you're acting. How are you guys going to have a friendship if you were acting? I hate to say this about a Black woman, so aggressive. It's so scary how she responds, and I won't even say to conflict, because it don't be no conflict happening. And Kiana is ready to get busy. Girl, I don't know if oh my God. She got to get off this show if Monique is coming back, because Monique is a brawler. She loves violence. Kiana, watch your tone with her. Oh my God. Kiana and Monique on the same season. Somebody going to jail in the hospital. My God, today. So anyway, her and Wendy sit down. Wendy doesn't really have an issue. Kiana still has an issue. Wendy tries to like be friends with her. She doesn't care. She said, me and Wendy, we're not good. It's what it is. No, Wendy. So they're not good, right? Prior to this, Kiana sat down with Giselle. Why she sits down with Giselle and tells her business, I don't know. That is the lady who was acting like that. Who was that funny looking lady? The girl that looked like Lionel Richie in the 3C wig. Her. She cracked the bottle over her skull and cut her head to the white meat. Giselle was defending that. Why you let that lady in your home? Why are you sitting down with her, breaking bread with her, telling her all your personal business with your bestie of 20 years? That's the last person you should be talking to. So she sits down with Giselle and talks about how she had to chin check Nikki.Star, right? Of course, message Giselle. She goes back because Nikki.Star has an event at her beautiful, let me tell you that Colorado home, girl, is that an Airbnb? Oh, you and that man got some taste. Anyway, so Nikki.Star has an event, a Zen event, right? They all go there. Giselle lets Nikki.Star know that Kiana was talking crazy about her, saying that she wants to chin check her. And Nikki.Star is like, oh, well, that's not what I do over here. We don't talk to each other like that. That's not what I forget her name. She a new girl. She looked just like Nikki.Star. So she was just like, that's not what we do. And I don't believe that, right? So Giselle lets her know in front of Kiana. That's what Kiana said. And Kiana's just like, oh, Giselle, you're being messy. I don't remember saying that. Giselle, you know what? I did say that. I'm sorry. And she apologized to Kiki. Her and Kiki is cool. Later on, Kiki meet with the girls and Kiki acting like she was really hurt, which she was. And she was vulnerable with the wrong group. She was hurt about what Kiana said because Kiana went back and told her that didn't happen. And Giselle was just like, oh no, I'm not a liar. That's what she said because Kiana did say that she chin-checked her, right? So Nikki.Star was really hurt about that. And she was just like, because I'm going to have a problem. If that's what she really said, I'm going to have a problem. I said, oh, where does Zen go? Right? So now we got this Freakness brunch. Giselle, they're all talking because Giselle talked to Kiki and Kiki told her that Kiana didn't double back and told her she didn't say that. Giselle was just like, when we all meet up again, I'm going to bring that up. Right? So they have the Freakness brunch at Kiana's home. Kiana already on 10 when Wendy hop in. I guess she was on 10 because Wendy ate that look up. She ate that look up. Her look for the Preakness brunch and that Freakness party, whatever they gonna do with them horses, she ate. That was the best look of the episode. So anyway, Wendy walks in, and Kiana, she suddenly gets upset again. I'm like, you invited her. Why are you mad? Didn't you invite her? So anyway, Wendy comes in, and Kiana got a problem. Wendy, you know what? Out of nowhere. And then her stunning mother is hovering. Now I'm like, what you about to do, mama? Because you know what? You're responsible for this. And I don't want you on the show no more. Because you are watching your child act a fool under your jurisdiction. So that either means you don't see a problem, you approve, and you would act way worse. Because I just, up to now, I don't know what Kiana's issue with her is. So then Giselle brings up the chin check. Kiana, no, I don't believe, you know, but I did say it. So she admits that she said it again. And then Kiki shared, who was previously hurt by what she said, again, she was being vulnerable with the wrong group. She goes, you know what? That's okay. And I apologize to you if I made you feel some sort of way. Wendy and Giselle are just like, wait a minute. You told us something different. So Wendy was just like, now I got to be honest. You had a different energy when you were speaking to us. And Giselle was just like, absolutely. Like, what is going on here? Because you were acting very different than, oh, where's Kiki? I'm talking about her. I need to bring her up. Do I have Kiki? This is Wendy. Oh, she ate that look up. Who is this? Oh, that's Tina. I love Tina. Stacy. Who's it? That's Kiana. Giselle. Where's Kiki shared? Hold on. Do I not have? Oh, there's Kiki. Let me bring up Kiki. So Giselle and Wendy are looking at Kiki, and they're just like, wait a minute. You were acting very, very different. So Kiki only gets mad at Wendy. And she's like, well, Wendy, now I'm mad at you because I don't like what you're doing. Now, is it very apparent that this group is trying to divide Kiana and Kiki shared? Absolutely, that's what they do. They don't want you having a friend on here because they don't like you having allies. The only person on the show that can have an ally is Giselle. Nobody else. So they absolutely are going to break up that friendship. You came to them and told them y'all been friends for 20 years. Those women looked at you and said, oh, bet I'm going to destroy that relationship. Welcome to reality TV, right? So it is very obvious what the ladies are doing. My issue is that Kiki only got mad at Wendy. She was focusing all her energy on Wendy, that Giselle was just like, well, I said the same thing too. Giselle was just like literally saying to her, why aren't you mad at me? I said it too. Like, what is going on? And Kiki just kept her energy towards Wendy. Now I have to say this. Baby Bop, I hope what I'm feeling is incorrect. Because if what I'm feeling turns out to be true, you have a nerve. You have a nerve. But Baby Bop, I'm going to let you slide because we just met you. But it's real weird that you only got a beef with Wendy. Now, maybe you got a beef with Wendy because your friend, your overseer, got beef with Wendy. But it's real weird that Giselle had to beg you to be bothered by her as well when they both brought it up and they both were speaking on it. Walk lightly. Walk lightly. Now, as Baby Bop is getting Wendy together, Kiana hops in and says, well, if that's the conversation that you had, make it the last conversation. Don't do that again, Kiki. And the whole table went. Now I'm gonna tell you this right now. What is her name? I didn't call her Kiki, baby, but whatever your name is, I'm telling you right now, you better chin check Kiana, because the way she got you looking on this show, it is absolutely embarrassing. It is absolute. The way she chin checked you and you didn't do anything, that friendship not gonna last. No way. No way it's going to last. Or has that been your friendship dynamic the whole time? Oh God, is that your friendship dynamic? Yikes, this is going to be so embarrassing for you. This is going to be so embarrassing for you. Oh Lord. If you come back, well, it's still early in the season. Maybe you were able to find your own independence, but I cannot believe you let a grown woman speak to you like that. And she didn't say anything. Like, she did not say anything. It was so weird. Make that the last. My best friends can't talk to me like that. Crazy work. Crazy work. But you know what, girl? If you like it, I hate it. Anyway, so after that, they all get into the Mercedes van that, the show orders every time for them. And they are traveling to Peakness. While they're in there, Kiana and Stacey are beefing. Kiana got beef with everybody. Something is off. Or maybe she was always like this and we just overlooked it because of what happened to her. But she started getting into it with Stacey, right? She starts getting into it with Stacey. Then NikkiShare starts getting into it with Wendy because she's, I'm mad. I'm upset at Wendy. I will say Wendy is dealing with conflict really, really good, right? Like her and Stacey, I think they're taking everything in stride. Wendy is just like, I don't care. Be mad at me. I do not care. You don't like me. Kiana don't like me. I don't care. That's the best way to handle it, especially when you realize that this is just a check, right? So she got her, this is just a check mindset on, so we're good. So Kiana turns her issues back to Wendy. Wendy don't care. NikkiShare is on Wendy again. Wendy does not care. So then it goes back to Kiana and Stacey. And I will say this. Stacey was unnecessarily mean. Kiana was unnecessarily mean to Stacey. I think because the ladies have decided that this is the girl that they're going to gang up on, they're all acting like everything she does is such a big deal. Because when Kiana is unnecessarily going after Stacey, Stacey replies to her and she's just like, oh, well, I wouldn't want you to chin check me. I know how you get down. Ashley goes, oh, that's unnecessary. Oh, that's uncalled for. What? You don't care. And you don't believe that. But this is the girl that you guys have all decided that you're going to bully this season. So now anything that she does, you are going to make it an issue. And I'm just over it. I'm really just over the bullying on these shows, and I need them to do better. I will say, Stacey can hold her own. She shouldn't have to. She shouldn't have to. She should have support on this show. I'm hoping she forms some alliance with Wendy. It seems like these two are still really close because she responded to Wendy's latest post that she put out, and Wendy responded to her. Thank you for always being a true sister and friend. Love you. So they seem to have some strong relationship outside of the show. So hopefully this season we can see them forming some kind of bond. But my God, today, now that I'm saying that, I'm just like, oh, Kiana probably gonna go after Stacey if she becomes besties with Wendy. Anyway, speaking of Miss Osefo, before I wrap it up, let's get into Wendy. Our dear sister has broken her. Oh, wait a minute. There's something else I got to show you. But we want to talk about how she has finally spoke out since being arrested for insurance fraud. And the reason why she had to do this is because you guys know that they have to promote each episode. So they always have to like write some kind of, promotion of the episode that is airing on their social medias. And I think that they're still contractually obligated to write a blog about the episode. So she's only going to talk about that. I did not expect her to talk about her case, but this was the first thing that she has said since being arrested. She says, and she posted this on Instagram, and through it all, God remains faithful. She's taking my advice. Thank you for the outpouring of love, support, and prayers for myself and most importantly, my family during this time. We are forever grateful. She later writes right after that, tune in to Bravo tonight for a new episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. And I think that's all we're going to get from her. But Eddie also posted on his Instagram, and he posted a picture of him and Wendy and the kids, and he said, trust in the Lord. Come on. With all your heart and lean not. I know that's right, to your own understanding and all that words acknowledge him, and he will what? Make your path straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. I know that's right. They said we're gonna lean. Lean into religion. That's the best way. That if you ever want to recover from doing something awful, lean into religion. Those religious psychosis blacks will eat it up. Smart. That's all I have to say about them. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. We're going to talk for about, I'm going to do 10 for this one because I feel like we got a lot to say about this one. Get into the comments for about 10 minutes. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Every Monday that man is president and alive will feel weird. Everyone. Hey, Coos Girly, thank you for being here. The villain edit said, hey y'all, yes, something to watch while on the treadmill. Summer bodies are made in the winter. I know that's right. Literally went to the gym today. I take bar and Pilates. That class whipped me. Hey, Giovanni. Giovanni said, I can't believe I'm here. Ain't that a NikkiStar live in years? Hey, y'all. Hey, Giovanni. Thank you for being here. Yes, happy Monday. Asher said, I've been waiting for this live, Nikki. I'm sorry. I meant to post sooner, but Potomac has been boring. Hey, Carmen. Oh, thank you. I got my little Halloween stuff up for now. Wait for Christmas. I'm already collecting my Christmas stuff. It's going to be a scene. Love Like You Are said, I like the QVC lady. Her lies be tickling me. It's harmless. That's what you need. You need a harmless character on this show. That's why I like Tina so much. We don't need for everybody to be a felon. We don't need for everybody to be in constant drama and hating each other. We need harmless characters to give us balance. Hey, Steve, thank you for being here. Oh, do I have it? Do I have my pumpkin on display? I have my pumpkin right here because I just had some soup. Thank you so much for the pumpkin and the sunscreen, Steve. Hey, Amira, thank you for being here. W said literally straight to her face to say, where my 2K at? The 2K that she were in Verizon. Jazzy Ghost said, I'm always so sad we can't talk. I know, guys. I should have never worked on that show. Ashley said, also, Ashley needs to go. She should have been gone for her to say she's a bigger liar and scarier than Mia. Girl, she has some nerve. I'm actually really nervous for Kiana and Monique to be on the same season. Yasmin said, people need to start praying for discernment. In this economy, the church needs to actually start putting money back into the church members, and the church has really gotten money hungry. Oh, the black church is not going to survive this next wave. They better get it together. Hey, JL, thank you for being here. Hey, Mel, thank you for being here. Oh, yeah, it hasn't been the same since she left. But screw her for becoming a MAGA nut job. That's the only reason why she's not there. Giovanni said, yes, you're right. I found myself stopping in the middle of the episodes also, and that's what it is. Yeah, it wasn't good. This one was a little bit of fun. But the other two, a waste. She does it. But here is the thing. Giselle can play that role with Karen. She needs Karen to make it work. Eltavina said, Nikki, your past lives have been killing me. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. The villain said, thank you for putting out this narrative, Nikki. Oh, of course. Kiki said, I still can't believe Eddie and Wendy. Me either. I was talking to somebody about it today, and we were both just so gagged. Like, of all people, we never would have thought it was them. Of all people. Ashley said, Nikki, it saddens me to say this, Wendy, but Wendy already lost me. Hold space for our Nigerian queen. Hold space. Saying just disappointed. Hannah said Kiana needs to better articulate her issues with Wendy, but she ain't wrong. Here's the thing. I think she's wrong. Because, like you said, she has to articulate. Like, how does Wendy know you want more from her if you ain't saying it? You are co-workers. I will say this happens with a lot of the new girls. They think that these people are their besties, and it's just like, no, they're friends. You guys are working together. These ladies have been on this show so long. It's a check for them. But every new person goes through this. They all think that this is a sisterhood and everybody's friends. This is a check. You got to work it like a check. But if you wanted more from Wendy, then you needed to have expressed that. You are both adults and y'all have a lot going on. She does not have time to decipher what kind of friendship you want from her. And she is not required to be your mammy. You got to let her know. No, the cash trip is coming up, but aren't they going to like Virginia? Potomac never travels. And I'm just like, is everybody a felon? Why can't y'all leave the United States? It's embarrassing. Let's talk about the footage in the basement. I'm like, you're over here salivating at the fact that this lady got arrested. Baby, when them Epstein files are released, you better hope that you and Gollum ain't in them. Carmen said, LOL, yes, she does. I know, because I have a lot of biracials in my family. Oh, really? The biracial with the black moms act like that? Not in my experience. Giovanni said, yeah, Potomac is boring so far, but you can tell this shift finna get real interesting, especially when the Dom steps back in. But is she gonna step back in this season? I hope so. I love them. That entire family is so good for this show. CM said, Ashley got nothing. His first wife still waiting for her money. I honestly think her money is going to be in them kids. When he croaks, that's where the money going to come in. Kiki said, I knew that didn't sound right, LOL. I was like, ain't no way Michael gave her $20 million. That is his estimated net worth. She did not get, you think she got $20 million and still is on a Real Housewives of Potomac? Absolutely not. Ashley said, Stacey is the only one I'm putting my faith on. If she does something, I give up on this show. Listen, me too. It's so tired. I will say Stacey is handling it like a champ. Hannah said, I like how Stacey is standing firm and not backing down. Yeah, she's taking it all in stride. Ashley said, there's many married couples that make up after separating. Are these women really this brainless or acting like it? Well, here's the thing. They don't care. They have all just said, this is the girl we're going to gang up on. And that's all it is. Everything she does, they make it a problem. It's ridiculous. But again, she's taking it like a champ. Giovanni said, child, Nikki switching back and forth on each. The pictures will not be like that next week, but I forgot to download them. And so you said, Andy added the bullying by playing that game about Stacey's breath. Oh, he's messy. But here's the thing. We as women, need to really stop giving men who are misogynistic a platform, right? And I think what happens often, especially with gay men, because as women, we don't see them as dangerous as the straights, right? The straight men are the problem. But you also have to realize there are some gay men who are misogynistic. Like just how we got to de-mammy, you know what I mean? Just how we got to decenter, they got to get that misogyny out of them as well. It's built in everybody. We constantly have to do the work. Nobody is exempt from this, right? We all got to get an exorcism daily or multiple times throughout the day of this stuff that has been forced on us by westernized colonization. But I think women often overlook that within gay men because it's just like, oh, he can't be dangerous. He's gay. Andy is very dangerous to these women. Very messy. Very, very messy. Very nasty. And they just eat it up because they just do not see, they see him as safe. And that is the problem. Hey, Just Jonda, thank you for being here. Ashley says Stacey actually had experience before she even came to the show. Can't say the same for green eyes and pageant forehead. That could be another thing. That could be another reason why they got beef for her. Because she had a name before she came to the show. Collie Steve says Stacey is their storyline. Stacey is the moment. Ashley got a few hundred. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Giovanni said, well, to be honest, I think, of course, the girls was going to come for her, but the fact that she has chose to double down on her lies from last season is simply putting a bigger target on her back. You know what? Thank you for bringing that up, Giovanni. Stacey gives me, oh shoot, what is her name? Katie in the Real Housewives of Orange County. Like Katie is absolutely being bullied, but Katie doesn't do herself any favors by constantly lying. Like, girl, you are not helping. We're trying to ride with you, but you are making yourself look terrible. Yeah, that's what it's given. That's exactly what it's given. I can't believe that TMZ vindicated her. TMZ of all people. Asher said, here's the question though. As Wendy went through the same with these women, why is Wendy joining the bullying to Stacey? It's very disappointing. Wendy is the Emily. She is the same thing that Emily is on the Real Housewives of Orange County, right? Because remember, Emily was relentlessly bullied by these women. They made fun of her weight. They were calling her everything but a man and alluding to it. She was crying every episode of every season because of how horribly these women treated her. They treated her like an ogre. They treated her like she did not fit. And as soon as they finally allowed her to be in the clique, what does she do? All of a sudden, she's the main bully. Kicking Katie out of her home? Who the hell are you? Like, you don't know what it's like to be in Katie's position? But that's what happens all the time. I hate to get political, but it's the same thing that we are dealing with here in America. I'll specifically just point out the Latino community because that's the one that has been gagging me. My God, especially out here in LA, the way like Mexicans who came here the right way talk about Mexicans that they think came here the illegal way is mind-blowing to me. I'm like, what in your mind makes you think that you're different? Y'all, it's so funny as a Black American, like watching non-Black Americans and non-white people navigate the United States. Y'all all got the wrong game plan. The only people you should be listening to is us and Native Americans, of course. But you will be, if you can get a Native American to talk to you. Native Americans are like Gen X. They don't get in the paint. They are with their community. They mind their business. Leave them alone. You will not get a conversation out of them, and I respect it. But it's just so crazy how I'm like, y'all should be listening to the people who've been here 500 years. Like, we can tell you this game plan. It's just so crazy, but that's what it is. It's just like, as soon as you feel like you got it, you got your place. Now, what do you become? You don't become the helping hand. You become the oppressor. As soon as you get a little power, as soon as you feel a bit of acceptance, you make sure nobody else can get through the door. As soon as you get in, you lock it. And you make sure nobody else can get it. And you hold the lock tighter than a freaking oppressor. because you want to be the prize pet. It happens all the time. That's why I always say privilege is the biggest demon out of them all. Because once you get a taste of privilege, it will fundamentally change you. And it will either make you the worst version of yourself or the best version of yourself. And unfortunately, it shows the worst in a lot of people. I even talked about this with Black women. I don't understand homophobic Black women. I don't understand Black women who are anti-trans women, especially anti-trans Black women. Who the hell do you think you are? Oh, you got a little privilege because you're straight? So now you can be the oppressor? That's what it is. Like, people like to feel, some people like to feel what it's like being the oppressor. They get off on that. And it's absolutely so scary. And that's what we're seeing here. Wendy, she finally in. So what do? Instead of welcoming these women in, treating them how you wish you were treated, nah, you gonna bully. You gonna join in on the bullying. Emily, tormented by those ladies every season. And as soon as they got off of her and got on Katie, Emily says, oh, wait a minute, ladies, back up. I got this. I'll be queen tormentor. It happens all the time. It's unfortunate. It really, really is. Because we all are salivating, like waiting for somebody to be like the best version of themselves. And we never see it. We never see it. Oh, it's typical Mean Girl. But the thing about it is they hate it because Stacey don't care. She's like, my breath stinks. Okay, I'll take a minute. It's fine. It's fine. I agree. I agree, Asher. I absolutely agree. I feel crazy. I'm like, is this the same girl we were fighting to get on this show? Now I'm just like, take that brick away from her. Take that brick away from her. She is not fit to hold the DMV brick. Something is off. It's like every time she gets around a woman, she's trying to find an argument or a fight. And I'm like, oh no, honey. What, you know what? Do you think it's that man? What is something going on at home? Oh, is she drunk? Could it be alcohol and powder? Something off. NC said, you would think jizz and forehead would have learned from the past, but they don't care. They continue it, and yes, colorism, because they got away with it before, and they know they get away with it again. I don't know what's going on with them. Hannah said she was passive last season, so people bashed her for being boring. That could make sense. Maybe she's thinking that us saying that she's boring means that we want her to fight every episode. Girl, that's not it. That's not it. But my God, today, you got to tone it down. I hate her scenes because I know it's just going to be unnecessary violent for no reason. Eltavita said, Ashley can try to rebrand however much she wants, but we will never forget who she stepped on the show with. Yep. That's your legacy. Even after you knew what he did, you still decided to breed with him. You still decided to continue his bloodline. Like we needed more Michaels. Yikes. Yikes. You better pray over them kids, child. W said, Kiana stayed reserved in her beginning. Production told her that she was Candace and Wendy's friend, so it was difficult for her to understand how to move. Ugh. Somebody got to grab her by that gorgeous hair. Because this is the thing I hate with Kiana. She's so pretty. I'm like, you are so pretty. Why are you acting like that? Just a pretty nut. Pretty and clinically insane. Like something is wrong. Wendy, I don't know you better not. Make that be the last conversation. What's wrong with you? It's so weird. Ashley said, Kay reminds me of Portia, but a way dumber version. As in more classes. Also, she needs to articulate her point better. She really, really does. But can you articulate your point without like blowing up at people? It's weird. I think Kiana is trying to keep her spot on the show because people said she was boring last season. I'm trying to understand her issues, but she's not doing well. Yeah, she doesn't have an issue, guys. She doesn't. She's just blowing everything up. And I feel like she's going to blow up that friendship for a spot on this show. Sad. Carmen says, Nikki, you are making me laugh so hard switching your I'm sorry. Let me. Oh, Altavina said, also, what's Giselle's comments and the new girl with the huge boobs? Like, why does she need to point that out? Like, we see them. No need to shame her for how she's naturally built. She probably wished them boobs set up like that. I love how she doesn't care. I love how she doesn't care. This is absolutely the wrong road. Like, I don't know what's going on. Here's the thing. I like that Wendy laughed because it also broke whatever she was trying to do. Wendy's just like, I'm not going to get into it with you. Like, you want something with me? It's not going to happen. Drewski said, my cousin had a son and he also took after his father, his white father, mostly. Yeah. That's the first time I've ever seen that. I'm just like, Stacey, you had no part in that. And you have the dominant genes. Ashley, NC said, Ashley should have been fired years ago. The hypocrisy of her making jokes at Wendy's alleged fraud when she helped cover up her ex's essay with the cameraman. Last time I checked, listen, she should have been gone for a number of reasons. The cameraman was one thing, but also she absolutely orchestrated that assault on Kiana. She absolutely orchestrated that. She should not have been on the show. And I'm like, Kiana, you have an issue with Wendy and not Ashley? I would never lay up off of Ashley if I was Kiana. She the reason you got that scar on your forehead. And you just let that go and you're trying to get into it with Wendy? Weird. I love that family. I love that family. They are so fun to watch. It's Tia. Sorry, I called it Tina. Ethan Empathy said, Tia's kids stay on her husband's next. Those kids are hilarious. They're so fun. And the thing about it is, they're also natural for the camera. Like, none of the kids are weirded out by the cameras. I love watching them. NC said they released the first 6 minutes of next week's episode, and I think you'll like the Nigerian British princess even more because she's going to put yeah, what's her name? Because I forgot it. I didn't call her Kiki so much. I forgot it. Hannah said it isn't Colt. She is too stressed because she doesn't want us to call her boring. Like, it isn't Coke. Well, I now thank you guys for saying that. I get it. It's just really hard to watch her. It's really hard to watch her. Ashley said, I would give Kate grace by this, though. I think she misses a lot of social cues. Oh, God, is it the tism? So many Black Americans are struggling with this. Because, guys, I'm like, it's every episode, every scene she's in, she's getting into it with someone. And it's like, there's no like middle ground. It's 0 to 100 real quick. That has to be exhausting. Jazzy is her name. Thank you. I hope she checks Kiana. I don't like the way she treated her. Just trying to say it's Preakness, and yes, it's basically the Kentucky Derby of Maryland. Lots of great events with good. Okay, good. I'm scared, y'all. Oh Lord, I'm scared. Love Like You Are said, and Tia parroting the phrase chin check, chin check. What's a chin check? Chow. She's funny. She's funny. And a second, somebody please tell me what chin check means. Punch you in the face. Chin check. That's why she was just like, that's a little violent. It's very violent. It's very violent. But if you're not using it in the literal term for like the actual definition of it, chin check is just to punch somebody in the chin, right? But the slang, I guess, terminology, the definition of it is basically, putting somebody in their place. I hope she didn't. Now, that's an outfit I would have kept. Asher said, the real tea, though, with all these Bravo shows is that these new wives think that these are friends for life. This is work. Yes. It's just, I keep on saying it. This is just work. Why don't they just do this job like it's a job? Everybody gets so sensitive. And now you're hiring investigators to get tea on it. God, I would clock in and clock out. Eltavina said also, Wendy was kind of funny this episode to the point where I forgot me too. I enjoyed her. Let me get a couple more and then we'll get into Miami. Art World said, I don't know if I can take watching Potomac. I haven't watched since the season before Candace up. Episode 3 is where I think you should start. That's fun. Episode 3 is the best one. I would start there. Asher said, the sad part is there's too much material to use against Giselle and even Ashley, but they all choose. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Hannah said, oh, so the girl's name is Angel. Thank you. Jazzy is the chocolate sister with the boyfriend with the kids. Child, why don't she got a brick? I liked her. Hannah said, I think KK and Angel talked off camera to make sure they will. Oh, okay. I get that. But then why did Kiana talk to her like that? Make that your last conversation. Yeah. Girl, who you talking to? NC said, Angel directed all her energy towards Wendy and not Giselle because she knows Giselle is protected and Wendy is not. Tail is all this time. I'm watching her closely. Me too. I didn't like that. Because the fact that Giselle was begging, Giselle was just like, I said something too. Like, I didn't like that. Yasmin said, it seems the woman come on the show to go against Wendy and she gave them ammunition. She sure did. She sure did. Let me get a couple more. Josie said, yeah, when I saw Wendy's post, I thought about you, Nikki. They're definitely the best thing to do. The religious blacks will forgive you for anything, as long as you are a man or straight. Now, if you gay, they not going. It's unfortunate. If you are gay or a single woman, you gotta try something else. Absolutely. Now you posted scriptures. You did everything they said you did. You did everything you said they did. Just Yonda said, leaning into religion also works for Winnie and Eddie because unlike others, we have seen them express that they are practicing Catholics on the show. So it's not out of the blue. That's the thing. They got to keep it on the down low. Is that? Forgive me. You can't. The religious psychosis blacks, they don't do Catholicism. You gotta make them think you Christian. NC said, Ashley acting like she's got a moral compass is laughable considering she basically said it. That's what I'm like, girl, I would not celebrate. I caught that. I said, oh, so now we finally being honest. Now we're finally being honest. Hey, Will. Will said, Star Fam and Nikki, did y'all notice in the press conference the sheriff started with shading Dr. Osefo? First called her Wendy reality actor. Potomac says Osefo lives in Pittsburgh near Pennsylvania. Well, here's the thing about that. I don't think he absolutely was intentionally shading. Like reality TV stars are looked down upon. They are like the Z list of like any kind of any respected entertainment. Also, none of the ladies, Wendy living in Pittsburgh doesn't shock me. None of the ladies live in the cities they actually are on the show of. None of them. Only New York. The New York ladies are the only ones. Everybody lives somewhere else, way cheaper. Give Me Shelter said, nah, NAs have been playing in black folks' faces online too. They are skipping the white people and going straight for us. One girl started nonsense over Asia Reese because no NA. Oh, natives? That was that one chick. Block her. Y'all also have to realize these people are Black Americans. We are the influence, period, right? Nothing is hot until we say it. We're the tastemakers of the US of A. Damn near the globe. So people like to shout us out a lot because they get attention. Whenever I see stuff like that, I block. I just block. You're not getting no money off of me. That's just what it is. I'm not going to drag the Native community because of that hate and heifer. Let's not even stoop to their level. Agnes said, Wendy isn't bullying Stacey on the show. Ashley said Wendy was on Stacey's side all season. No, and I will give you that. I don't think she's bullying either. I do think that she is not giving compassion or treating Stacey better or protecting her in a way that she would have wanted to be protected. But I thank you for clearing that up with me, Agnes, because I don't think she's bullying, but it's just like she's not protecting, right? She's not being better. That's the thing. You can be better. You can stand up and be like, guys, stop ganging up on her. You see what's happening, right? But you're in now. So are you going to risk your position? Absolutely not. Will Small says, Nikki, you are preaching, but after facing abuse, there is brain change, not dopamine hit, but chemical. Likewise, we discuss the psychology of abuse. A taste of finally belonging to the top group is addictive. Oh, it absolutely is. Absolutely is. And Kiana got beef with Wendy. Crazy work. Thank you for letting me know they hold the flute. I had no idea. Love Like Yours said Jazzy didn't want to hold the flute because her business about being a side chick was coming out. Oh, the baby mom? Child. Lauren and Cameron had the baby. Oh, guys, we're aunties and uncles. Oh. They all live in Encino. I told y'all where Kyle Richards lived. Kyle Richards lives across the street from a CPK. She lives right across the street from California Pizza Kitchen on the main road. None of them live in Beverly Hills. None of them live in Beverly Hills. Let's move on to Welcome to Miami. I'm just going to talk about the reunion. Here's where I will say my main takeaways. Gertie ate. Where's she at? Where's she at? That's my girl. That's my girl. Where's my... Where's she at? Where's she at? Ate them up. Because here we go. The Cubanos want to come back and be like, oh, we are so sorry. We didn't know that it was happening like what everybody was seeing was not what was actually happening. That's not what we thought. We love Gertie. We love her. Get out of here. Gertie was just like, keep that nonsense over there. I saw how y'all treated me. I will never forget that. And there's no take backs. I stand where I stand. And I'm so thankful that everybody protected me. Then here come this hater, somebody who want to be in a plantation, don't want to be in the fields, constantly stabbing your brothers and sisters in the back because you want massa to be nice to you. Here comes this hater. Gertie, everybody's calling me racist. They call me racist. Why they calling you racist? Nobody called you a racist. Everybody said that you was not standing up for your sister and you was moving weird. You was moving foul. Because that's how we operate. And when we see you in spaces, especially with another Haitian woman, and you're not standing 10 toes down for her, even if she's wrong, we got a problem with you. Because what do you mean you're going back and telling them demonic Cubans everything that she's saying? What do you mean you're taking up for Marisol and Alexia? That trap queen over Gertie? The sister that fought through cancer and still got to fight battles with these ladies? Wasn't nobody calling you a racist. They was calling you an op. They was calling you a traitor because how dare you not stand with your Haitian sister. But back to the queen of Haiti. She ate it up. She ate it up. She said, it ain't no take back. I don't care what none of y'all got to say. That's how I felt. That's how you felt. Stand in it. I applauded her this whole reunion. 1, 2, and 3. And then at the end, she plugged her book. Yes, queen. And I'm going to get it. And I'm going to get it. I was just so proud of her. I was so proud of her. She did not let none of them gaslight her. They all want to apologize now. And Gertie was like, why didn't y'all apologize then? Oh, Gertie. Oh, Gertie, me, amor. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gertie was not letting them play in her face, and I love her for it. I was so proud of her. You know who also is just not liked? Can y'all tell me why? Lisa. They don't like Lisa. Gertie and Lisa are just not liked on this show. Like, Lisa went through a terrible divorce and her father died and nobody cared. Alexia gonna tell that girl when she's crying, talking about how her father passed and how nobody was there for her, which she was right. Nobody was there for her. Alexia gonna say, oh my God, can we move on? They are so mean and nasty. And it's just towards Lisa and Gertie. And I do not understand. Lisa, stop making up with Larsa. She's unwell. Larsa is unwell. And that's what happens when you turn yourself into a predator for relevancy. Because you cannot tell me all that jumping up and down that she does on Black children has not messed with her mind. Something is not right. You are a woman in your 50s talking about, please unfollow my boyfriend from Instagram. Why do you care about Instagram as an elder? Just weird. But I'm so mad that Lisa, like, keep her and her boyfriend with the eyes. I'm just so mad that they keep on making up with those ladies. Stop making up with them, especially Larsa. She is not well. Something is wrong. You got to get delivered from being a predator, sis. It's messing with your mind. It is messing with your mind. And she got another child that she jumping up and down on. What? Larsa, you moving like a working girl. You move, because here's the thing. I keep on telling y'all, when them files are released, I will be on that phone. Let me tell you something. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea how many people is in them files. I'm going to be gagged, right? Because I know about who the working girls and boys out here, because I've been out here long enough to know some things, right? I know I'm going to even be gagged. But you moving like a working girl. Because what they do is say they're dating because of their jobs, they really can't say what it is. Miss Former Pippin, what's going on? Something is off. We have got to talk about how she outed herself having an affair so that she can get sympathy, and it did not work. I was crying watching this, and she was just like, the truth is I had an affair. Everybody was like, oh, girl, you were mean to Gertie. Like, stop it, please. Nobody on Gertie's couch believed any of this nonsense. And here's the thing with Julia. I think her and Martina have an open relationship. And I think her and Martina have an open relationship because Julia is straight. You always cheating with Dingaling. Julia's straight. She's gay for pay. She's gay for pay, and Martina knows it. Because no shade, not my community, not my business, but I've seen some things. I went to a performing arts camp. high school and college. So I seen some things in the LGBTQ community, the let God be true quickly community. I've seen some things and I've observed some stuff. And what I have observed, no shade, is that a lot of the L's love to turn to straight. The idea, right? And so a lot of them will stay with a or try to build a relationship with a woman who they turned out, who was formerly straight, because it's like a, what is it, a notch, a feather in their cap. That's what I think is going on. I don't think Martina wants an open relationship. I think she just forced herself to have one because she want to keep this straight girl that she turned out. Girl, she's gay for pay. She's gay for pay, because I want to know about that Haitian man. Let me find out. Them Haitian men got y'all going crazy down there in MIA. Welcome to Miami. The MIA. Let me find out. Because Andy asked her about it. She was just like, oh, we'll talk, Andy. Every time she cheat, it's with a ding-a-ling. Every time. So now she's trying to say her and Adriana fooled around. I will say the reason why this show was so hilarious is because when she revealed that her and Adriana had sex, nobody cared. Alexia was just like, oh, did you scissor? What? Is that the first thing you asked? And then I think Lisa was just like, did y'all do? Like, why is that the first thing y'all asked? And y'all wasn't like, oh my God, you had sex, you cheated on. Like, that was not the first thing. They wanted to know how they did it. I'm not a fan of Alexia, but when she said that, I was screaming. Did you sit there? Why do you want to know that? But everybody, so she tried to drop that bomb to make everybody get on her side and not be on Adriana's side, and nobody cared. Everybody just wanted to know what kind of sex they had. And Adriana, you and Julia did something. Because Adriana went from, oh, like, this is the thing. This is how I know that her and Julia did something, because what Julia's response was, I'm straight. Girl, as soon as she said that, I like penis, I said, oh, y'all did something. You was munching on something, or you was being munched on. Because why is that your first response? I'm straight. Anybody asked you that? Andy said that you have sex with Julia. You did a little something. You did a little something. And you know how homophobic the community that you want to be a part of is. So you're going to say, I like penis. Okay, so does Julia. That don't mean nothing. Y'all both prefer ding-a-ling. That don't mean y'all ain't do a little scissoring. That don't mean that. The drinks was flowing. Y'all probably had some powder. And you did a little something. Y'all, the older alabasters, y'all freakalites. Y'all do a little something. When y'all go on them girls' trips, and we thinking that y'all just going to a ranch to ride horses. Oh, y'all riding each other. Every alabaster housewife franchise, every time they do a girls' trip, somebody munching. Carpets are getting tasted every time. To the point where it's like a normal part of their friendships. Oh yeah, we had sex at the bridal shower, huh? Yeah, we just had a little bridesmaid orgy. What? You guys don't do that? No. We prayed and painted penises. What orgy? What are we talking about? So that's not abnormal for your people, right? Own up to it. Nobody cares. Then all of a sudden, Adriana was just like, well, we slept in the same bed, Okay. Miami is hilarious. I will give them that. They are hilarious. Then Adriana gave her, when Adriana gave that gift to Julia, and she walked it over to Julia, and Andy was just like, oh God, is it a letter to Marisol's liver? Say what you want about Adriana. She got on my nerves. She got on my nerves when she pulled up that black friend to let Kiki know that she wasn't a racist. I didn't like that. She lost me with that one, right? I will say the girl is hilarious because when Marisol was just like, I'm getting surgery on my knees because you said I had old pony. And everybody was just like, are you serious? She's like, yes, I'm self-conscious now because of my knees. Because you said they were old and pony. Marisol, I would have never gave her that. I would have just secretly got my knees done. I would have never let that heifer know that she got in my head so much that she made me get plastic surgery. Crazy. The woman is unhinged, but she's good for TV. She is good for TV. Let me see, what else do I want to say about Miami before I hop into the comments? I'm looking at my notes. When Andy asked Adriana what was the issue with her and Marisol, Adriana started off so good. She was just like, well, in the beginning, we were friends. And, she wanted to get on the show. And then she goes, and of course I helped her get on the show. I made her my housemaid. Why did you? Now she was going to have an issue with you saying that she was your housemaid. Like, come on, Adriana. But also, why is Adriana responsible for casting everybody on this show? Do you guys know why? It seems like everybody she's responsible for putting on the show. That's what Julia was saying. Julia was just like, I was blackmailed. Okay. Because you slept with her? Adriana was just like, and I believe her. Adriana was just like, I was never going to say that. And I believe her. She was just like, that wasn't what I was talking about. I was talking about the Haitian man you was sleeping with. I got to give it to Miami. They are hilarious. That's all I have to say about Miami. What do you guys have to say? Let's hop into the comments. And then we're going to end with Orange County. The Haitian mortician. One thing about Adriana, she knows everybody's tea. She got everybody's deepest and darkest secrets. How? It seems like she's the most connected person on the show. It's something is up with that. Like, she's responsible for casting everybody. Wait. Hold on. I just had a comment. How did I click off of it? Oh Lord, let me find it again. Just had a comment. Hopefully I find it again. Hannah said they are trying to remove Gertie from the group and get her fired for next season. I think they tried that this season and it did not work. Speaking of Gertie, it seems like Gertie, Lisa, Adriana, and Stephanie have like some kind of alliance. It seems like they've been hanging out outside of the show, because when they went on their break and Adriana and Stephanie were talking, and Stephanie was just like, they're all snakes. And I'm like, oh, so are the couches separated by cliques? If so, I'm here for Gertie's clique. I'm here for Gertie's clique. Yeah, well, it seems like she might have a little clique with Stephanie, Adriana, and Lisa, because they all seem very tight-knit. But I would love for Gertie to have friends. Ashley said, people always say she overtalks, but these women give her a reason too. She ate, get a girl. Oh, I'm so proud of her. She was flawless this reunion, all 3 episodes. Itzy said, Andy was so dismissive of Gertie, and he always is doing racist and colorist segments. Did you hear him say Julia apologized 5 times? What more do you need from her? Well, he's a white man, and him being gay means nothing. He's rich, so he doesn't see himself like them other ones. That's the thing. I keep on trying to tell people the Only community that is fully united and works together, no matter what, the 1%. You can be whatever you want in a 1%, just as long as you are loyal to the voting and the robbing of the poor and middle class and working class. That's it. They all work together. They are a united front. We, the 99%, needs to learn from them. She did. I would have never known that, Agnes. I would have. They do not even seem like they're friends. That sucks. Give me Chelsea said Gertie is my favorite now. She's always got on my nerves, but since season 5, she's been my fave. She held her own. Yeah, she really came into her own this season. Josie said Gertie's position is warranted, but I wish she communicated it better. Actually, I try to go easy on Miami because I know that a majority of the cast is communicating in like their second or third language. So I feel like some things are going to be off, but I think they will probably communicate a bit better if they were speaking in their first language. So I always like to give them grace with that because I think that that's what's happening there. Kylie Steve said, I wonder what kind of, oh, I got that one. Miss T said, I wish Gertie would have made her point clear when Andy kept asking. I think she made it clear as best as she can. Also, they were filming for like 8 hours. I don't think she probably did and we didn't get to see it. E. for Empathy said, Gertie, my Haitian queen, was not having it, and I loved her for it. She's so real, and her husband loves her 10 toes, stands 10 toes down for her. At least she had Lisa this season, and I didn't see that coming. Same. I will say this. I love how Russell loves her. I always say, I don't, I'm not the interracial dating advocate, especially for Black people's. Too much has happened for y'all to be jumping ship. However, if you do, you gotta get a Nicholas or a Russell. That man don't play. He loves her. He don't play about her. Every time them ladies think they're gonna talk slick about Gertie, Russell get who we talking about. I love how he loves her. I like that's what I always say. If you want to lead a tribe, you get some quality. He's quality. He's quality. Josie said, what's worse is that Gertie is the one friend who referred. Oh, that sucks. Art World said, I clocked Kiki the day she stepped foot on Miami. Kiki wants to be a part of the in crowd so bad. So sad. You would think when people get like older, they're like comfortable in who they are. They're not trying to fight to be in cliques anymore. Y'all don't get exhausted with that? E. for Empathy said, I loved how she plugged her book. You're plugging a book? Absolutely. Yeah, I loved it. And I'm so glad she did it. I didn't know she wrote a book. Adriana was trying to help Gertie. I will give her that. She lost me with the Black friend. When she, first of all, the non-Black American, y'all have to understand, Blackness is different for Black Americans. So when you bring in somebody who is not Black American to speak on Blackness in the USA and how it is interpreted and how the respect is given to it because of the blood that we shed, I didn't like that. She don't have no relation to Blackness. She just identifies because she has been forced to identify that way. So for her to say what is and what isn't racist in the good old US of A, girl, sit down, because you don't really identify with the culture. So you're going to identify with the oppressor because you don't identify with the people who made sure you got in them rooms. I hated that. Adriana lost me for good. Now I'll give a little chuckle at, her comedic mental illness. That's it. And she was one of the people I liked the most in Miami. She lost me with that. Here's my Black friend. What I Sister Kiki? Ew. And a Black friend. She wants to shut up. I can't stand people like that. Oh Lord. Well, here's the thing. I think what they were trying to do, and this happens often in shows, Gertie got mad popular, and she got mad popular with the Blacks. And especially in the good old US of A, that is a very strong viewing community. and they needed to diminish as much of her power as they could, because if Gertie starts engaging, if Gertie says, you know what, Black community, get him, it's a wrap. And not that she'll sick us like dogs, but if she says, you know what, you guys are right, thank you for seeing what I have been feeling. If she validates what we've been seeing, they know it's a wrap. They know, especially right now, the way we're engaging, the way we're not playing, they got to cut her power down. And I understand. At all. For me, from what I watched from Lisa, there's nothing that she has done to warrant the way that she has been treated. Who cares? Y'all do not have to wait for her. Y'all are choosing to do that for storyline. Asher said, listen, Lisa, this time with family was bad, but that aside, she wasn't ever likable. You know what? I will say I liked Lisa more because I was defending her, not because, you know what I mean? Lisa, yeah, she has her moments. That son, just, ooh, what a problem child. Asher said, I'm good on Lisa. Wish her the best on her family, though, but I'm not the hugest fan of her. Understandable. Mari said, not being sensitive to Lisa's mom passing is awful, regardless of their other issues. It was her dad. But yeah, I get it. Hannah said, Larsa regressed because there are no more Black women she can claim is jealous of her. She is a mini Kardashian, but less smart. I wonder what she's going to do now that that trend is ending. Are you going to revert back? Can you get your old face and body back? Because now you're going to start trying to attract white men. And see, here's the thing. Again, this is what I always say. You gotta, it's like 3 communities here that y'all all need to check in with. We know what's going on. Black Americans, Native Americans, and white Americans. We know how this thing operates. If you think after you have spent decades dating, sleeping with, marrying, and having children with Black men, that you will ever be an option for a white man, girl, I don't know what y'all gonna do. The Kardashians are trying. They are trying so hard. The only one that can keep a white man is the one that never jumped on. Sorry, because what I was about to say, child, is the one that never laid down with a Black man. Y'all keep on trying. And let me tell you something. I won't get into that youngest in Timothy Chalamet, because if you know, anyway, we all know what that is. But you just got to make it work. You got to make it work. Now the Black men are getting woke. I don't know, girl. I don't know if you're going to be able to get one. I don't know. What you going to do? I don't think the average will take you back either. Dilemma. Josie said, I'm pro Gertie, and it's understandable if she felt differently after the show's airing, but she was giving the other woman mixed signals, kissing Julie and accepting her apology during filming. Well, here's the thing. I ride with Gertie because she was just like, we were fine. You switched up. And they showed the clip of Julia cussing her out. And she was just like, and she even said, oh, I thought we were cool. So what's going on? So she was valid. She was valid. Asher said, I'm not surprised Larsa justified Julia cheating. Didn't Larsa cheat on Scotty with Future? Wait. When was this? Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. She was terrible this season. I will give her that. She was terrible this season. And then Andy's going to ask her about her children meeting her adopted sons. And she's like, oh, yeah, everything's good now. We're all good. And then Andy was just like, because he read a question, and the person was just like, you guys are old and y'all adopting toddlers. Have y'all thought about like their future? And she's just like, oh, well, my kids, they will help because they're their brothers. They will help. Have you asked them? That's why they were pissed at you, because you are going to make them parents of Black children. They did not ask for that. They did not ask for siblings, and especially Black siblings. I hate to say it, but I feel like when they go on to hell, let me stop. Wherever they end up, them kids are not going to want to take care of them children. Oh my gosh. I hope the kid's real family is watching. Oh Lord. Oh God. Julia, you got to stick around till they're like 25. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Agnes said Gertie does not know how to move on and be cordial with other people. Gertie didn't know Kiki was talking behind her back until the show aired. I think Gertie absolutely knows how to move on. I remember being mad at her last season for moving on. I said, oh, you moved on from them heifers treating you like garbage when you were going through cancer for me. You moved on a bit too fast. I would have still held that grudge. Asher said, open relationships and gay relationships is very common as a gay man that dated and married. Oh. Asher! What? You know what? Save this for just chatting. Oh, yeah. Save that for just chatting, child. Eva said, I genuinely did not believe that Adriana was going to spill. No, she wasn't. I just don't. So Julia spilled her own tea for no reason. Adriana was gagged. Adriana was just like, I was not going to say that. Child, she did it to get back at Adriana. Art World said, girl, I never one second thought Julia was gay. I kept saying she's gay for pay. She's gay for pay. Miss Rocha said, these Miami women are such narcissists, not just Lisa, but Julia has shown that she's the lowest. She is. She is. Nobody was shocked. First of all, nobody was shocked. And that made me believe, they all know that Julia be in them streets. They all know that Julia is for everybody, child. Because nobody was shocked by that. They were just like, oops, sizzle. Child. Actually, that based on Adriana's answers, though, I can see Adriana doing it. Sorry. Again, gay experience has taught me a lot. Yeah, she absolutely did. Her first response, I'm straight. That's not what was asked. Lisa, Josie said, Lisa doesn't care for these girls. They always complain about her being self-centered and not reciprocating friendship. I think the woman only overlooked it for so long because of Lenny's influence. Here's the thing. I absolutely agree with you. Also, Lisa is not a girl's girl. Lisa is extremely male-centered. Lisa is the kind of girl that will be your friend as long as she's single. As soon as she gets a man, she will drop you like a hot potato. Hannah said, Alexia and Kiki were way too eager to know if they scissor. I was just like, why do you care? But I think they only cared about that because Julia has been cheating for a long time. Like, that relationship is open. It has to be. No shade. You think Martina at her big age is putting on a strap? Guys, no. You saw how she walked? Them hips aren't doing, them hips, nah. Them hips not taking nobody down. She's not. It's not happening. It's not happening. They're hilarious. Everybody is missing out if you are not watching Miami. Ashley said, honestly, if Adriana is smart, she would just admit it. She's gorgeous for her age, talented, and hot personalities. These pretty ladies be dumb. When she was crying and saying her only birthday party was a quinceañera, and then they started babying her, Marisol was like, oh, please. Nobody cried about me and my old knees. She really got into Marisol's head about them knees. My God, today. Every time them Caucasian, them alabaster housewives go on a girls' trip, it becomes an orgy. Oh, how much did I drink last night? Oh, God. All I remember is waking up on top of Vicky's face. What? What is going on? Every time. You know what? I lied. Atlanta too. That's the only Black franchise where they open it up, child. The day gets into it. Well, they got 2 lesbians on the show, or they had 2 lesbians at the time. So that would make sense. But child, you know what? The funniest thing, I'm actually not shocked, is that Portia is dating a woman on this season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But remember when she was a preacher? Because that video of her preaching against homosexuality went viral again. You were condemning the gay style. And now look at you. Well. Thank you. She be eating too. Oh, she's a giver. I think she gives more than she receives at her request. My God, today. My God, me either, Miss T. Josie said, I don't think Marisol is serious about getting surgery on her knees. She should leave her. I'm getting surgery on my knees because of you. Here's why I think she is, because she mentioned the name of it. Like she had the name and everything. Oh, Lord. KG said, I don't think Marisol cares about the knees, but more so said that for an emotional response from the audience. Well, she knew the name of the procedure. Ephraim said, I want to know what kind of coffee maker. Me too. It's probably a Smeg. Miss T said, so glad we didn't have to talk about I'm so sick of the plane. So, I think that's only Stephanie's relevancy is the money. And I think she's hid behind that because that happens with a lot of people who grow up without. The minute they get it. Hold on. My fridge is talking to me. What's going on, baby? Replace. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, God. I'm not doing that. Oh, Lord. How the hell do you replace a water filter? We just got this fridge. I'm never, ever renting a new build ever again. When I move out of here, we will talk about this nightmare. You know what, God, I won't call it a nightmare. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord for housing, but it's always something. NC said, Alexia asking, did you eat each other? I don't know what women do. Alexia, I can't stand her either, but I was on the floor. Ashley said, being from Florida, I met tons of people, and believe it or not, Nikki, Adriana is very connected, but doesn't have the best reputation based. Yeah, she is the queen pin. She is the queen pin. Ephraim said, yeah, Nikki, I was shocked. Stephanie kind of stood up for Gertie. Yeah, she called them all snakes. So I'm like, well, what did we miss? Hey, Greta, thank you for being here. Oh, yes. A Philly classic. Listen, now y'all know I don't hop into the Milky Way streets. But if I ever were to, it would be a Russell or a Nick. It would be a Russell or a Nick, child. Miss T said, I wish they would have let the husbands and boyfriends come out. Me too. Especially Alexia's ex. Oh, baby, he had a lot to say about all of them. He called them all broke. Said ain't none of them got money, even Alexia. Give me Chuck said, I wonder the fact that Russell is of Cuban descent plays into how they treat Gertie. What do you mean? Aren't they all Cuban? They would probably respect her more, right? Hannah said, for Marisol to send mean articles about Stephanie, just like, yeah. And I'm glad that Stephanie clocked that. And was just like, you know that I'm having a hard time, and then you're sending me articles that are disparaging me. Why would you do that? I'm glad she called that out. Polymer said, OMG, I caught a live. Thank you for being here. Miss T said, if Stephanie comes back, she needs to calm down. She does. She does. Mari said, so true, Nikki. Most of them communicate. Yeah, so I just give them a break because I'm like, I get it. But again, that's just life experience and also living in LA and realizing how difficult it is for a lot of people. So I get it. I get it. Josie said, I've come to accept that for some people, adulthood is just an extension of high school. Very sad. They'll be 50, functioning like 15-year-olds. Very true. And they'll end up on the Housewives. Give Me Shelter said, Adriana lost me on the Kiki thing, especially because most of it was in her head. Remember, people leave racial dynamics in their own countries and are attracted to recreate them here, which is what we're currently living in right now. Let me tell y'all something. I hope this woke all of y'all up, because let me tell you something. Don't bring Ecuador here. Absolutely not. Leave Austria where it's at. Don't bring that message. I hope y'all learned. Because now I'm clocking in. I didn't know this before, but now I know. Y'all created a dictatorship overnight. The Americans are pissed. We're pissed. But you are very right about that. Give me shelter. Which is why I absolutely believe that Adriana knew what she was saying when she called Kiki ratchet. And I'm going to give Kiki this. She said, you've gotten into it with everybody. You ain't never used that word. The minute you get into it with me, you use ratchet. And I wouldn't back down from calling her racist. But Kiki want to be accepted. Ooh. Paulo Girl said 100. That's why, unlike most of the interweb, I'm glad Gertie didn't elaborate at the reunion like Adriana wanted her to. Yeah, we knew. He's great PR. Great PR. KG said Larsa probably cheated, but she dated Future. Yeah, I don't, because I think when she was with Scotty, I was a child. I remember them being together when I was a kid, y'all. Future should have been a child as well. You know what? She loves Black children. Ugh. No, not after no Black. Are you kidding me? They tell y'all all the time. They get mad when they find out y'all like one of them. Them white men are strict. They are strict about who came before them, child. Paula Girl says, seriously, Nikki, besides indigenous natives, aka First Nation and descendants of African slaves, everyone in America is an illegal immigrant. I know, hyperbole, but yeah. First Nation and descendants of, yeah. That's the thing. When people like do this whole story about this is a nation of immigrants, I'm like, we're forgetting two very important communities. Hello. I know we're trying to say that to be inclusive, but hello. Had it been up to me, I'd still be in Nigeria making palm oil. What are we talking about? I ain't never want to be here. But now that I'm here, run me my money. Then maybe I might take a trip to Kenya. Will Small said they didn't even speak on Adriana bringing her chocolate. I hated that. She lost me. We'll always be concerned. We'll always be concerned. And I hate how they always are ready to give them Black children. Ugh. Hannah said, them Black boys Julia adopted will end up like, oh God. You know what? We'll talk about him in Just Chatting. Bring all y'all topics. What's today? Monday? Is today Monday or Tuesday? Yeah, bring all y'all topics on Wednesday. But yeah. Paulo Girl said, Miss T, add me to the concerned. I'm not religious, but I'm praying the universe, all the yeah, me too. I'm poor babies. BY said, Marisol is the orchestrator of all of this. She hired detectives to investigate Dr. Nicole. That's why Dr. Nicole is not on this season. She found out that she was doing that. She wants to become a housewife. Alexia Marisol is the head of the Snakes. They don't care about Julia. I think it's so crazy that Marisol is like the oldest cast member, not in age, but like she's the oldest cast member to be on Miami, and she's still a friend of. Yikes. Yikes. Will said, so I am not a Kiki fan, but to say that she was operating from insecurity, Kiki claims she felt looked down upon by Gertie because Gertie lived in France, a higher class of. Ain't Kiki's baby daddy white? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Everybody was just like, oh, well, well, well. Well, 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 yes. I felt bad because I felt like she was being forced to take on her father's legacy, and that just wasn't what she wanted, and that's okay. And that's okay. Um, I'm sorry. It was like talking to me. Now it needs. I got to replace the filter. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That was the draw to this place. It was a scam. Josie said, Portia's coming out now makes me like her even less because she tried to act like she wanted. All the Atlanta housewives are gay. You know what? All the Atlanta housewives have dabbled in the coochie. And so when they were all over there acting like they were a super Christian, I'm only around the gays when they doing my hair. Nah. You doing other stuff with the gays as well. It ain't just hair. You bumping pubic hairs. Like, let's stop these games. Stop the lies because you're Christian. Okay. Y'all gay Christians. Hello. You better get out of Atlanta and move to WeHo. Listen, the villain at it. You right. BY said they just want the numbers against the others. They don't like Gertie and Adriana. Julie is a social climber. She has been cheating for a long time. Hey, yeah. That's one thing I will say. They've been saying that about Julia, that she has been a cheater for a while. And I'm just like, is she a cheater or is the relationship open? Give me a chance to say yes, but Gertie has a Cuban man and they don't. Alexia Larson and Marisol all strike me as Ku Klux Karens. Will Small said Julie is a mess. Last season, she didn't know what school her daughter attended in France. Julie's younger daughter is an heiress, though. She picks wealthy partners. Mm-hmm. Gay for what? Paulo Girl said, I can't wait for next season. Now that Stephanie has shown she's no lapdog for Bruce and Yarsa, the evil twins and Yulia are going to go. It might be caffeinated. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? BY said Julia is also violent. I heard that she is going to counsel. I can see that she's violent. She's absolutely violent. And they gave her children. And the girl that helped her adopt them babies, she was fighting with Gertie in her comment section, calling Gertie a victim. I said, oh, them boys are in danger. Them boys are in danger. You and your victim mentality. Victim mentality, a dog whistle. Victim mentality is a dog whistle. I said, oh, I know who you voted for. I know who you voted for. Will said, show the world via actions. I don't even like his music to be doing mental gymnastics to excuse. Wait, who are we talking about? I knew you get the reference. Those weren't. What are we talking about? Yeah, her and Adriana, and they're friends of. Why? Anyway, let's move on into Orange County. I'm just going to talk briefly about Orange County because I know we all don't watch it. So I'm just going to give my thoughts. I could not believe Miss Fancy Pants was smoking ganja in Amsterdam. Well. And did you also hear Heather said that her father, one of his favorite places to live was Puerto Vallarta? I was like, oh, explains a lot. It would explain that family tree. Because Port of Vallarta? What part? Port of... Okay. But I could not believe she was getting high in Amsterdam. My God, today, let's talk about how her Christianity is so performative. It makes me sick. It makes me sick. Her and Slade literally bum rushed Tamra, trying to get into it with her at Emily's fundraiser. Let me stick a pin in that. Let me tell you something. I can't stand this heifer, right? I will say I love how she is always putting her reformed prisoner charity work on the forefront. I really, really, because I mean, on this show, they don't talk about stuff like that. So to have her constantly talk about how the poor, the working class, Black people, Mexican people, how they are the most taken advantage of in the prison industrial complex, and how, just letting us know, like, I already know this, right? But letting that audience that watch this show know how corrupt the prison system is and how it constantly uses, abuses, and enslaves and wrongfully charges minorities. I'm gonna give her tens for that. Every season, she puts that charity at the forefront, and I'm gonna give her tens for that. Let's get back to performative Christianity. She enslaved, literally came on the show to destroy Tamara. And I'm saying this as somebody who knows that Tamara is messy, and I'm not a fan of her, right? But you got to be honest. You came on this show. Your storyline, just like Alexis, her storyline was destroying Shannon. Your storyline is destroying Tamara. So to come on this show and act like, oh, I just want me and Tamara to be friends in Jesus' name. Get the hell out of here with that. To sit there and be like, Slade, I was at church and I was praying for me and Tamara. No, you were not. No, you don't like that woman. And your whole storyline is making sure that woman feels the pain that you have been feeling for 12 years. Get out of here. It's so performative. Her praying with Slade and her daughter before she left on the trip. Get out of here. Get out. Nobody believes that you're this good Christian. You're the only one who's playing this game, dressing up like a Polly Pocket from the 1950s with your white gloves and your Bible. Get out of here. Nobody believes it. It's so performative. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. She got me rooting for Tamara. Let's talk about Tamara. The show has to let her, the next time she quits, hold her to it and get her off the show. Every time she gets confronted or made to be held accountable for her actions, she quits the show. You guys will never see me again. And then we see her the next episode. Bravo. The next time she quits, say, okay, can we have your mic in your Bravo badge? Let her quit for good. I'm so tired. She's quit like 3 times this season. Stop letting her do that, because the fact that she continues to quit and comes back makes her think that she runs this show, and she doesn't. There's like no characters on here that is really interesting like that. I think y'all just keep Orange County on for the loyalty, because it was the first show that built the franchise. So that's how they get away with being so terrible. Bravo will never get rid of the first show that helped build the franchise. The show that built it, Atlanta. I think those 2 shows will always be safe, because there would be no Bravo without those 2 shows. But we have to stop pacifying her behavior and letting her do this nonsense every time. I'm so sick of it. Every time she's held accountable, she quits. It's so weird. Heather has been a great friend to her to a fault. Where she's looking stupid, protecting this woman that is awful. Literally making somebody's cancer diagnosis about her. I've been going through so much. You ain't been going through more than Teddy. And that does not give you an excuse to be terrible, because Teddy's sick. Ridiculous. It's like the next time she quits Bravo, let her quit. Stop letting her come back and forth. She quits every episode and we see her the next episode. I am sick of it. I have to say, and I feel so bad saying this, Jen and Ryan, They make cheating look good. Why are they such a great couple? Why are they such a great couple? That I hate it because I am anti-affair. I don't play with that. I don't play, but this is like the first couple that I've seen. I'm just like, oh, this is pretty dang successful. I'm like, was the cheating ordained? Because you guys are perfect. I hate this. I love this relationship. He's so good to her. Oh, this is so terrible. The kids love him. When she asked, does she have their permission to marry him? They were like, oh, we love him. He's a great person. And the kids were like, oh, we call him our stepdad. Oh, they're a great couple. I finally had to admit it. Every time I watch them two together, I'm like, oh, and then I feel bad. I'm like, Nikki, now. But it's like, oh my gosh, was this your soulmate? Oh my, this is terrible. This is terrible. I'm like, wow, this is another perspective of affairs because they really great couple. He loves her. Fillers and all. That is his boo thing. He don't play about her. He has taken on everything. Her debt, her kids, her jealous weirdo husband, and he'll take on more. Guys, is the affair the best thing that's happened to her? Oh my God. If you wouldn't have cheated with this man, you would have never found your promise. I hate it, but I'm like, you lucked out. I love it. He don't play about her. I love this relationship. She went on that Amsterdam trip. He said, it's fine. I got it. I said, he said, don't worry about nothing. I got it. I feel so bad. I feel so bad, but I'm like, if you wouldn't have cheated, girl, you know what? You could have just left your husband and just worked it out, and told Ryan you'll see him after the ink dries on the divorce papers. But my God, today, this affair looks good on you. Since we're talking about Amsterdam, especially you, Jen, what were you wearing in Amsterdam? Their fashions were terrible. Everybody was going to a different place. Everybody was going to a different place. Jen was obviously going to the red light district. She was going to catch some peen. Emily, she looked like a spy. Gretchen always looking like a 1950s Polly Pocket. Whenever Shannon looked like she had just robbed a Ross. Heather, Miss Fancy Pants. She always dresses like the preppy kids at Harry Potter University. I don't know what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. Gina, she looked like she was going on a tour of Scotland. Tamara, in hoe shorts. And did you see how they were all like trying to finger her in them hoe shorts? What'd I tell you about them? Soon as they go on them trips, they get real gay. Real gay. I'm like, why are y'all smacking her behind and try to stick your fingers in her? What the hell is going on with y'all? Oh, y'all weird. Oh, how did y'all call it anyway? Yeah. And y'all be gay as hell and be homophobic as hell. That's the craziest thing to me. Y'all have the most gay tendencies out of gay people. It's crazy. And then y'all be voting for the worst politicians to erase that community. That community that you constantly trying to hunch. So weird. But they were all going to different places. I said, did y'all not know that y'all was going to Amsterdam? Where are y'all going? And everybody in Amsterdam were looking at them crazy. That Emily was just like, well, we look like prostitutes. And I was like, well, when you're right, Emily. When you're right, you're right. I will say this about Shannon. I love her. She's never letting up on Tamara. Even if the group is trying to force her to be friends with her. Shannon was just like, I was at the worst time of my life, the lowest of the low. And Tamara made sure to make me feel even lower. I will never be her friend. And I love that she is standing on it because Tamara has been horrible to her for years. I love that she is not backing down. I will give her her tens for that, even in the face of this group that is trying to make her be best friends with Tamara. And she's just like, no, I'm no longer rewarding her poor behavior with my friendship. And I love that for her. I'm glad that she is doing that. I'm glad that she is finally sticking up for herself. Because even as she's trying to just be cordial with her and Tamara get into it. And what does Tamara do? Get nasty again. Nasty with her again. And I'm just like, well, that's why she's not your friend. Because when she was your friend, you would do that. And Tamara, I gotta be honest, you act like you don't like Shannon. You act like you do not like that lady. And I gotta stand with her and her setting boundaries with you and being like, we are co-workers. We are not friends, because she has very valid reasons to never trust you. So we end this episode of them in Amsterdam with all of the ladies and their this terrible performance of them all being high at dinner. Nobody believed it. The only person I believed that was a bit high was Shannon, but everybody else, leave the comedy to the comedians. That's all I have to say about Orange County. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. It's weird. It's weird. Here's the thing. Gretchen dated old men for money. And I think she hasn't broke out of that, because she was dressing like that in her 20s. But she was also dating Kenny Rogers, or at least his impersonator. And that's how she got the money that she has now. When he died, he left her a nice little lump sum. And her and Slade have been living off of that for years. But that she dresses like the men that she used to attract back in the day. It's so weird. It's very weird and robotic. They all are. Which explains why her baby probably can't read. Mega's not smart. They are not smart. Hannah said, Gretchen is trying so hard to push that white supremacy on the show. That part of her baby daddy and daughter praying, just performative. Like nobody's buying it. Asher said, I'm not a fan of Tamara yet. Gretchen and deadbeat Slade got me on her side. It's so hard. Absolutely. And I love that she met with Katie. And they were all like, oh, you're meeting with Katie? Why are you meeting with her? Because Tamara was just like, I was lied to. She's the only one who's fully admitting it. Yes, Katie is a liar, but that girl was also lying to me to get back at, to try to push some narrative. And because Katie exposed them, now all of a sudden, Kate, you want to fall into the narrative that Katie is a liar. Katie let them know, oh, yeah, they came on this show to destroy you. And I was a part of it. And that's why you're not on the show anymore, Katie. You need to learn. Baby, when you go on that show, you got to clock into your people. You will never be accepted. You got to be on that show for you and for your community. I do not understand how you got on this show, the first Asian woman on the Real Housewives of Orange County, and everything was not your culture. Baby, every episode I would have been doing something. What's her name? Noella? Every episode, black designer. Black design. Oh, I got box braids today. Like, she let you. I got the power. That was what you were supposed to do, Katie. Why? Because you are not there for that white audience. You're there for the Asian audience. Everything you done should have been super Asian. Everything. Every meal. Every outfit. Every conversation. Everything. Because you got to feed that community so that they can fight for you to stay on this show. When them white girls link up and say, "You not one of us, we want you out." And when they say that, you got an audience that's just like, absolutely not. We're not here for you. We're here for her. She stays. You didn't do that. You did not do that. At the last minute, you want to let us know that Gina is racist. She's a white woman in Orange County, and she came from Long Island, New York. Duh. I think she's more dumb than racist, but I get it. I get it. Where are your Asian friends? That we should have been seeing you and your Asian baddie friends hanging out. This is what, a lot of people do not know this. I'm helping you, Katie. Listen, a lot of people do not know this, but a large part of Orange County is Asian. And normally on Saturdays, the Asian community in Orange County get together and do that's what you should have been doing. You on here lying to get Emily's approval? That's why you're not on the show. The first Asian woman on the Real Housewives of Orange County, they would have been sick of me. They would have been, all of my scenes would have been in H Mart. All of my scenes would have been in H. That's how I would start off the show. This is a job, girl. You got to learn how to work that job. A missed opportunity. A missed opportunity. Palaver Girl said, well, Tamara tried the religion baptism too. It didn't take her. Larsa said, no, thank you. I remember that. And that was like the first time we ever seen Black people on the Real Housewives of Orange County, that choir. Was it her or Vicky who hired the Black choir? Ashley said, that being said, I agree with Tamara when she said Shannon is doing all of these nice things for Jen for manipulation. Everyone knows Shannon is all about two things, always the victim and needing allies. I do agree with you there, but I don't think that Shannon is doing this to manipulate Jen. I think Shannon is just completely done with Tamara. And so because she's done with Tamara, she doesn't have to obsess over her or, try to prove her loyalty to her. She's now open to making different friendships. And it just happens to be with somebody who is doing the same thing with Tamara. Collie Steve said it will only be a matter of time before Ryan gets. Please, not the best man we've ever met in Orange County. He is the father that stepped up. The kids love him. The stepdad? How they calling him stepdad? He broke up your family. Ashley said, I'm all over them except for Heather if it wasn't obvious. Oh, of course. NC says, sorry, but Emily being a raging proud MAGA is why I can't take her storyline. False imprisonments. Oh, you're right. I understand that. I understand that. Well, listen, she followed the drinking gourd to her man. Listen, I get it. They looked terrible in Amsterdam. Horrible. Hogwarts. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Hey, Sierra. Sierra said, I always say Gretchen looked like something off Hairspray. Hey, mama, welcome to the 60s. You get it. Yeah, because that's probably where she wants to be. The 50s or the 60s. That's where her mind is. Ashley said, yes, I do. Sierra, give it old, washed up Amber Von Tussle. Yes. Oh, Lord. The white girls be gay. The white girls be gay. They be pressing that stuff till they get to a certain age and start taking them girls trips. They broke back Mountain too. That's what everybody's been telling me. It's on Netflix, right? Ashley said, listen, Nikki, you might not like this, but I'm tired of Shannon's victim act, so I don't actually care when Tamara gets on her. If anything, I watch. Oh, I do not care. Guys, we are talking about MAGA heifers. I don't care. Give each other said, remember when Tamara and Heather tried to get Shannon locked up in a mental health hospital? This is what I'm saying. This is what they do to each other. But Katie is the biggest violator. Katie is the one that's so horrible. This is what they do to each other. They tried the 302 Shannon, but Katie, she's the one that has to be kicked off the show. Girl, bye. If I was Katie, every time this show aired, I would be on live telling everybody how racist and homophobic they are. I'll have my own show, and we'll see how many views you get and how many views I get. Oh yeah, Katie hasn't been on the show for she wasn't on a group trip. She hasn't been on the show for several episodes. They refused to film with her. Oh, nightmare. Me too. I believe her. Here's the thing. Katie doesn't help herself. She doesn't help herself because just like how you said with Gertie, she doesn't articulate her point well. She gets very caught up. She gets very intimidated and she caves. Katie needs to stand her ground. Oh, okay. You're right. She did, but she married an Asian man who was abusive. My God, today. Yeah. Poor thing. Yeah. You got to engulf yourself with your community now, honey. You have to. You got to find healthy Asian relationships. You need that. Yeah, that's what's missing there. Oh, poor thing. Give each other that Kate and Kiki Monique are old enough to understand what. Yep. I was so disappointed in Kiki Monique. I'm just like, this is how you come on a housewife show to take down a woman of color? Yikes. Be Wise, and don't you have a woman of color audience? Anyway, Be Wise said Gretchen will never marry Slade because of his debt he owes his baby mother. Oh yeah, absolutely. But you're currently help pay his child support. So I don't know why you just won't get it over with. Ashley said, also, quick question, Nikki. I know you said you'll never review Salt Lake, but have you been watching because it's been really good? No. I should have never worked on her show. I'm traumatized. Miss T said exactly. Even Crystal showed her heritage before leaving the show. But see, Crystal grew up in her heritage. You guys jogged my memory and let me know that Katie didn't. So we're asking her to do something that she's just not equipped to do. Is it still airing? In what network? Hannah. NC said Katie was adopted by white people. She probably always saw. Yeah. Oh, poor thing. We're gonna end here because we're on, guys. We can't do 3 hours again. We can't. Eat for Empathy said, oh, I made some pumpkin bread. I just looked at it. I'm not going to have it. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I've been tearing that pumpkin bread up. Then pumpkin ice cream bread. I've been tearing that pumpkin ice cream bread up. I got one slice left, but I'm going to save it for tomorrow for breakfast. So good. Eva Empathy said, thank you all for supporting Nikki by remembering to thumbs up the video, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Love you too, Will. Good night, all. It's on Netflix, only one season. Good to know, the Villain Edit. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good to know. I will definitely check it out. Thank you all so much for joining me. I am probably not going to be here tomorrow. I might film something just to have on my channel, but it's Mama Star's birthday tomorrow. So the girls are going to be out in the streets celebrating our queen. If she feels up to it, well, we might talk about The Bachelor, but I don't know. When it's her birthday, she be in them streets, and we're going to be in them streets with her celebrating our queen. So I might not be here tomorrow. I'm going to try to get something up for you guys so that the channel is not bare. But I will be back for a reality TV chat, and then we're going to get into just chatting. I'm excited for that. Send me your topics. I'm going to make a post in just chatting, and you're going to let me know what you want to talk about. And bring them there on Wednesday. Tomorrow, again, I'm going to try to get something up. I don't know, but we will see. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate you, Star family. Be safe out there. We will get through this. Love you. See you soon. Bye. Poor Katie. I forgot about that with her.